Frederick Douglass rightly said, "Where justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, where ignorance prevails, and where one class is made to feel that the society is an organized conspiracy to oppress, rob, and degrade them, neither person will be safe." Greetings to the esteemed judges, my worthy opponents, and dear friends. I am Sushmita and I stand here to speak on the topic COVID-19 and access to justice. By the mid of March, the entire world was gripped under the fear of COVID-19. Sanitizers, face masks, and physical distancing became the social law of the land. The courts in India restricted itself to urgent hearings only, in order to obviate congestion and transmission of virus. Sooner, a nationwide lockdown was imposed to curb the proliferating number of cases. This brought the entire country to a grinding halt. However, the doors of justice are never to shut, except in case of national emergency imposed under Article 352 of the Constitution. Even then, no powers of universe can deprive you of sacrosanct right given under Article 20 and 21, which protects you during conviction and bestows you with right to life and liberty respectively. While the nation was locked, the judiciary tried to unlock a plethora of ways to expedite justice. Sooner, the Supreme Court made an entry via an e-platform named Video. Similar initiatives were also taken up by our high courts. This broke the hindrance that deprived the justice delivery system. With its own boon and bane, this new system could not replicate the traditional courts, yet it tried to bridge the gap created between the need and access to justice. The baton of judicial activism was held high throughout, when the apex court took suo motu cognizance of rampant labor crisis and reprimanded the states to ferry laborers back to their home with dignity. The court also took umbrage of non-payment of salary by employers and issued an order in that regard. High courts were also in full-flung service, trying to ensure that all poor, including migrant laborers, tribals, and those without ration cards, are provided with essential commodities. Very recently, high courts have also been capping the private hospital charges to prevent exorbitant fee from our patients. We all know that women and poor are disproportionately affected by any crisis. And official data by National Commission of Women portrays that there has been 2.5 times rise in the number of domestic violence cases. In fact, WHO named this as a shadow pandemic. However, the restriction in the movement stopped the victims from knocking the door of the court. Here, the alacrity shown by NCW by introducing a helpline number is a step towards justice. Even NALSA came into full-flung help and suggested all its state legal service associations to assist at one-stop centers set up by NCW to provide legal aid by filing cases, affidavits, and informing them about their rights. So if anyone who is watching this and is a victim of domestic violence, you can contact on that free helpline number. So judiciary became the voice of voiceless during this lockdown. While we don't deny the fact that an attempt was made to dissipate justice, yet the walls of poverty, illiteracy, and ignorance kept a huge chunk of population aloof from justice. Let's be brutally honest that online platform requires high bandwidth of internet connectivity, and only a small fraction of India's population possess that. Simultaneously, it becomes difficult for the criminal procedures to take place. For instance, a judge sitting cannot discover if the witness is getting coerced behind the screen. Also, the process of digitizing lower courts has yet not achieved a substantial level. So the challenge of online justice is a far from reality at a place where which is the first rung of justice. Online system has, however, made it easier for people who had to travel long distances to reach courts. The justice delivery system has become faster, but while the virus is here to stay, we need to ponder. Can we let judiciary work at the same pace and in the similar fashion? My answer would be no, because we need to find a feasible way to hear grievances of poor and underprivileged. Even most of our lawyers are ill equipped and lack the technical know how to deal with this new system, which will drastically affect the quality of free legal aid. Therefore, I would like to conclude myself with a few suggestions, like a system of virtual, semi-virtual and semi-physical court should start functioning at this juncture, so that no one is left back in the race of justice. Motorable video conferencing vans can be taken to rural and remote areas which are deprived of internet connectivity so that we can join them with the mainstream. Lawyers, especially working with NALSA, should be trained with new system, and instead of connecting them directly through video, we can also consider the audio connection since it is an easier medium. Structural renovation of our lower courts is a sine qua non to tune these courts with the changing times. At last, I would like to say that deep within every crisis, there is an opportunity to grow. So let's help each other, be it your cook, your gardener, your helper, your driver, get legally awakened. Let's help them all to defend their rights more vigorously this time. Thank you for being such a patient listener. Jai Hind.